Good afternoon, Miss Cindy. Can you hear me clearly?
Good afternoon, Mrs. Viola. Yes, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Great. That we can start. Thank you for contacting our law firm.
Thank you, Miss. I got your contact from my neighbor, Bagas. He said your office could help me with a debt problem.
Oh, really? Thank you for trusting me. Please explain your case to me.
Okay, on August 2024, my friend Ayu borrowed 20 million from me. We agreed she would repay it in 4 monthly installments of 5 million each. We made a simple written agreement with stamp duty. However, I only paid between 1 to until 2 million rupiah each month and then stopped paying completely in the third month. Since then, she has been difficult to contact and does not respond to my call or message. I still have the written agreement, bank transfer receipt, and WhatsApp chats.
Okay, Mrs. Pio. Thank you for explaining everything so clearly. I can imagine this has been quite stressful for you.
Yes, honestly, it's been really frustrating. I tried to be patient, but now she's just gone silent.
Hmm, that's understandable first. When you made the agreement, what was it seen by both of you?
Yes, but of us signed it, and we put stamp duty on it.
Good, that's very helpful legally. And when she made those partial payment, between 1 until 2 million rupiah, were they were were they sent by bank transfer?
Yes, through bank transfer. I have the transaction record.
Perfect. That exactly strengthens your case because it shows she knowledge the debt. All right, Mrs. Viola, let me explain this in simple terms. Legally speaking, when two people make an agreement, each of them has what we call an obligation.
Okay.
Uh, in your case, your obligation was to lend the money, and you already did that. Her obligation was to repay it according to the schedule. Under Indonesian law, Article 1234 of the Civil Code, an obligation can be to give something, to do something, or not to do something. In your case, IU obligation was to give back the money.
So, because she didn't pay properly, that means she violated the agreement?
Exactly. That situation is called a breach of a contract or one prestasi. According to Article 1234 say that if someone failed to perform their obligation, they can be required to compensate for the loss.
I was wondering, because she paid a little bit, does that still count as a breach?
That's a very good question. And yes, Mrs. Viola, it still does. because the agreement wasn't pay whatever you want. It was pay 5 million every month. But she's paying a much smaller amount and then stopping completely. Still count as a improper performance and non-performance.
That makes sense.
So, realistically, Mrs. Fium, you have a few options.
Okay, what are they?
First, we can send her a formal legal warning, what we call a somasi, and then we're asking her to pay within a certain deadline.
Wait, what actually is a somasi? Is it like a treat?
No, not. It's not a threat. More like a formal legal reminder. It's a written notice saying you have an obligation, you are late, and you need to fulfill it within the time. It's actually a very important step because it shows that you given her a fair chance to comply before taking the matter to court.
So, it's more like a warning before things become more serious.
Exactly.
I'm a bit worried about the time goes of going to court.
That's a very reasonable concern. Court proceeding can take several months, sometimes longer. That's why we always try the formal notice first. It's faster, cheaper, and often effective.
Can I include a deadline in the somasi? Like you must pay within 7 days or something like that?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Usually, we give a reasonable period like 7 uh, two, or 14 days. And if she pay after this,
And if she pays after that, does everything just end there?
sometimes that alone is enough because people realize the matter is becoming more serious.
And if she still ignore it?
Then we can file a lawsuit for breach of a contract in a district court.
Can I ask for more than just the remaining money, like compensation?
Yes, you can. You can.
What about interest or compensation? Can I ask for then in the somasi too?
Of course, you can, especially if the delay has caused you your financial loss.
For example, I was planning to use that money to support my small business.
That's a valid agreement for the match. We can mention that in the letter.
Do I need to prove that I suffered losses?
Ideally, receive business record or any evidence showing the impact, but even without detailed proof, you can still claim at least the unpaid principal.
What if she suddenly says, I don't have the money now, I will pay later?
Then we look at whether she offer a clear and realistic payment plan. If it's reasonable and you agree, you can settle.
But if she just kept delaying?
Then we process with legal action.
I feel a bit uncomfortable seeing a friend, but at the same time, this is really unfair.
That's a very normal, Mrs. Viola. Many people feel that way. But remember, you are not being aggressive. You are simply asking for your legal right.
What about the WhatsApp message? Do they really count?
They do. Electronic messages are valid evidence under Indonesian law as long as we can show they are authentic. So don't delete anything. Keep all your chat and receipt. Based on what you told me, you actually have a very solid legal position. But the next step really needs to be done properly with the documents and formal procedure. So I like to invite you to come to my office so we can review your documents, prepare the legal notice, and talk about the power of attorney and my legal fee, of course.
Yes, I understand. I think that will be best.
Okay, great. Just bring all your documents, the agreements, the transfer receipt, and the check.
Alright, I will. Thank you, but so much. This really helped me feel calmer.
You're very welcome, Mrs. Fio. We are glad we could help. We look forward to see you soon. Bye.
Bye,
Have a nice
miss.
day.